Welcome to Secrets of Stand-Up Comedy, blah, 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 blah. I shaved my head. Can you see it? I thought my hair was distracting a little bit too much from my eyes. All right, let's talk about being clever. I have this thing that I do when I'm writing. I notice when I'm coming up with material, when I'm coming up with jokes, sometimes I get a little too clever. It's like I'm going for being smart and subtle at times without reaching the laugh. And I know a lot of you do that as well. A lot of comics, when you're trying to get that material really working, it comes out more clever than funny. I'm going to give you an example of two jokes. They're similar structure. Okay, the first one's mine. It's a lot of people are saying that I'm overly sensitive. Not only is that not true, it really hurts my feelings. Kind of clever, not particularly funny. Here's my friend Salim Muhammad's joke. He's hilarious. His joke, I hope I do it justice. There's a rumor going around that I'm anti-Semitic. I don't know who started it, but I blame the Jews. Clever and funny. I shouldn't have to explain it, but I don't. But some of you may want me to. Hey, Willie. Willie and Bingo are doing good. It's clever in that it sets up the expectation that this is a negative rumor going around that's not true of him. And then with the punchline, I blame the Jews, it's proving that it's more than just a rumor. It's a true thing about him, even though it's a silly joke. Excuse me. I don't talk much during the day because I don't see a lot of people except for the baristas at Starbucks. And then I make these videos and my voice is cracking. I feel like I can barely talk. Willie, 5 more minutes. I'm not playing with, he's got a little toy. All right. So I see a lot of comics that are clever in their material. And clever's good, don't get me wrong. But the goal is to get them to laugh. Clever, it may get the audience to go, I appreciate that. Wow, he or she is a smart individual. But to make them laugh, that's the goal. So if you can be clever and funny, that's what you want to shoot for. But be funny first. You don't get extra credit if you're having the audience go, oh, that was really smart, if they're not laughing. So many times I'll come up with material and it'll have great elements to it, a great setup, really well thought out, a good switch or whatever, but ultimately it's not that funny. The audience isn't going to say, well, that was close enough. So I have a lot of stuff where it's like, okay, this isn't done yet. The thing that it's missing is a big punchline. And subtlety is good. You can weave that in there, but it's not enough for a whole act. And you can do that a little bit where maybe 10% of the audience picks up on a reference. But you got to shoot for more than 10%. You got to make this stuff funny. And if you're trying the material out, even before you get to the try it out stage, if it's not something that you are laughing at or really believe in, reconsider doing it. Maybe stick with the coming up with it, editing, trying it a different way. One of the best ways to fix a joke is to redo the setup. How do you get into this topic? There's a thing in writing where they say, kill your darlings or kill your babies. It means take the thing that you love so much about it in your writing, the thing you love so much, and get rid of it. Because if it doesn't service what you're trying to accomplish, it's just something that's kind of for ego. Like, wow, I really love this part of the line, but if it doesn't work, get rid of it. The goal is to make them laugh. And laughter isn't something that we choose. It's an involuntary response. Okay? So people can fake laugh, but that's not a laugh. It's a fake laugh. You remember the TV show? It was in the 70s and it came back out in the late 90s, early 2000s, Make Me Laugh. The people were trying not to laugh. They would get paid for each minute they didn't laugh, or each second, however it worked. And the comics would try to make them laugh, and they would break. They would wind up laughing because the stuff was funny enough to force them into laughing. That's what you have to accomplish. So go through and look at your jokes and say, okay, where am I being clever and where am I actually being funny? There's some jokes that aren't clever at all, and they're just funny. It's hard to even explain why they're funny. It's just, hey, this works. If you can be clever and funny, that's great. That's amazing. That's what you want to shoot for. But especially in the beginning, focus on being funny. Have it make logical sense, edit out the extra words, all the various things that you should be doing, but focus on, is this good enough to make somebody laugh? Because nobody's going to give you a laugh because you used an alliteration. Nobody's going to laugh because something else clever. See, I like that. I just said that instead of using a real example. I just said, because I couldn't think of one. I was just honest. That wasn't clever. It was just, to me, funny. So hopefully this all makes sense. I'll see you next time. And if you want to do a one-on-one coaching session with me, it's $75 for an hour. It usually goes longer than an hour, but I don't charge you anything more. I'll go through your act, punch it up with you, give you advice. It's a phone call, and just email me, richwilliamscomedy@gmail.com. It's in the description as well. Bingo and Willie both say hello. I'll see you soon. Bye-bye.